Hello, today we are going to be making color changing light using Arduino.
So grab your pencils, cause we about to drop some knowledge.
Here's what you're gonna need. Arduino breadboard and motherboard. An Arduino to USB adapter.
4 medium-sized wires. 3 rather small wires. And 1 more medium wire. 3 large green wires. Boom. 3 wood pieces that look like this. Focus. 3 transistors. The thing that you're gonna do in the building phase is plug this bitty into 5 volt, which is 4 above there, and then into the first positive area. See that? Yeah. Then you're gonna take your black negative charge wire and you're gonna plug it into ground, which is 2 below your positive, and then 1 away from the bottom, so 1 cube right there. You can't really see it, but it's 1 cube. So after you do that, going on to phase 2. A little bit of cable management that I've learned to pick up over the years is just taking your positive, negative, putting it below your connection point, and then plugging in your connector, because that way your positive and negative stay generally out of the way of your breadboard workspace. Okay, so next thing that you're gonna do, just to get it out of the way, is take a long-ish wire, pretty long, medium-sized. I'm actually gonna use an orange here, and then plug it from right under your positive on your breadboard here into your positive breadboard on the other side. Okay. Next thing you're gonna do is you're going to take your white 4-prong LED, looks like such. You're gonna plug it into 13, 14, and 13, 14, 15, and 16. You're gonna take your 5 mega ohm resistors, which is gold, brown, red, red. You can't really see it, but that's the pattern. You're gonna plug 1 into 13. You're gonna plug the other one into 15. You're gonna skip 14 because that something else is gonna go there. And you're gonna plug your last one right next to your 15, which means it's 16. Okay? And then to top it all off, you're gonna take, you could use a smaller wire, but I'm trying to color code this, so I'm not going to. You're going to take a wire and plug it in your 14 spot and plug it in to the negative side, which means that whichever side you have this negative on, you want your negative side of your white LED, the flat side, to be facing that way. That way. Because this negative wire is on that side, right? So there you go. Okay, now plug your 4-prong connector into 13, 14, 15, and 16. And after you do that, you are going to move on to your resistors. You're going to plug 1 resistor into 13 right here. Let's get that in. Gonna plug gonna plug another resistor into 15 here, and then my last resistor. Okay, so from where we left off, what we've done so far is we've put in this light to make sure that the flat side is facing that way. We've added a medium-ish length wire from the positive on this side to the positive on this side. You've put a yellow wire right here on 14 into the third from the left wire. Okay, so that's what we've done so far. Now what you're gonna do is you are going to put all of these and connect them to the other side of the board. Boom, connected. Just make sure it's right next to where it was. Boom, connected. And boom, connected. Now that means that you will have electrical current going through there, no problem. So now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take your 3 medium-ish length wires and put them on -11, which is 4 from the bottom of the first row. You're going to need to put it on -10, which is right below that. And you're going to need to put it on -9, which is right below that. So you're going to have a row that is one right above the bottom, which is right here. Okay? So after you do that, just put them all into the same row as your resistors in order. So this was the first one. It's going on the farthest one to the right. This is the middle one. It's going in the middle resistor. And this is the last one, so you guessed it, going on the last resistor. So now you should have something that looks kind of like this.
So, as of right now, you should have, your board should look like this.
Okay, so next thing that you're going to want to do, you're going to go to your bottom column at the negative area. You're going to put one 10 mega ohm resistor. The color pattern is brown, black, orange. There's a little bit of gray, but that doesn't really matter. Like, you can barely see it, so just pay attention to the brown, black, orange, gold. Okay? Right there. So you're going to put gold side in first into the very top of this column, if my hands can stop shaking. You're also going to put them to the middle of the column and the very bottom of the column. And those are going to be connected into exactly across from them. So this one is going to go into 30.
I'm trying to flip this doggone thing.
This one is going to go into 28. And this one is going to go into 26. It makes it a lot easier if you just pay attention to the holes that you're putting them all in, because even though it doesn't necessarily matter in the long run, it makes it a lot easier to notice where something went wrong. Like right now, I am having difficulty getting that in. Okay, so now they're all in. If I can just straighten this one back up. They're all in. They look rather spiffy. So is it good? Press play. Oh, you already did. Okay, so now you're going to take your large green wires. You're going to put them in A0. You're going to take your next one. You're going to put it in A1. For some reason, I always have difficulty with A1. So just make sure that it's in there nice and tight. And if you have something like this, where it's just completely bent, if I can, I don't know if you can see it, just take your book, kind of give it a gentle little smack, just to flatten it all out. Not at all. So now it's rather flat. And then put that one into A2. So now you should have in green wire an A0, A1, and A2. Okay, so now you're going to take your A0 and you're going to plug it into your first connector, or resistor, sorry. You're going to take your second one, plug it into the middle, and you're going to take your third one and you're going to plug it into the last one. So now you should end up with something that looks relatively like this.
Now, with the code and the Arduino, you plug in the USB to Arduino adapter, and you click upload. As soon as it finishes uploading, you just click the USB modem, and it'll start uploading. As you can see, it has successfully uploaded. Now we go to the Arduino. Now when I press my hand, it turns green. When I do it on red, it turns red. When I do it on blue, it turns blue. Thank you. And that is how you successfully make a color changing lamp using Arduino.